Because idea is each FMG should come back to India, number one, prepared to some extent. And number two, with a very genuine hope that we can pass it in the first go. My dear friends, Dr. Dhawan here, your ENT faculty, and it's my proud privilege to have two beautiful, wonderful, intelligent girls with me, Heena Jain and Harsimran Monga. These two girls are presenting to you the story of hope, the story of inspiration, and the story of utmost passion to be inducted within you that each FMG deserves and is capable of passing the exam in the first go itself. Let me go to Harsimran Monga straight away. Harsimran is the third top ranker in FMG January 2024 examination. Harsimran, congratulations from my side.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your words.
May I ask you to introduce yourself in a brief way for the listeners, your story.
Hello everyone, I am Harsimran Monga, as sir has very gracefully introduced. I completed my graduation in July 2023 from Semi-Medical University, Kazakhstan. Before that, I was a student in Ukraine, and as many of you might be listening, I was also a victim of the torturous war. And after completing my 4 years in Ukraine, I took a transfer to Semi-Medical University, where I completed my graduation in July. And this was my first attempt in January. And by God's grace and by the help of all our faculties, especially Mr. Dhawan, especially Dr. Dhawan, I passed in my first attempt.
Simran, it's not just passing, this Ukraine war, everybody talks. Whenever I meet any FMG segment or the parents, community as such, they say, हमारा बच्चा यूक्रेन गया था इसलिए पढ़ नहीं पा रहा. But look at the story. Look at the humans. We all are nothing but bunch of stories to learn from each other. If one can do, other can also do. This is what my belief is. And look at Harsimran's story. She also faced the same war. A lot of people went to Moldova and went to Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, etc. And a lot of them lost the track to study. But what decision is yours. Options are always two, it. But if just passing would have been there, Simran, I would have said, okay, you manage it somehow. But scoring, I think 233 marks, and to have third position in the country is something that you're very close to the top-notch NEET PG students of the country also, because I cater to both segments. So I know that the exams are not very different nowadays actually. So if I look at your marks, so I can really tell you that you are in the first 2000 ranks of the NEET PG NICT. At least NEET PG I can tell you very clearly. So huge congratulations to you, and I'm actually admirer of you because you faced the war situation and stabilized yourself in another country. Because you know what, every FMG will be knowing. First year you just stabilize yourself to new country. Then if you second year, third year, you get to know you have to shift to another country like Kazakhstan now again, new kind of environment altogether. Now anybody can go haywire, but she was stable. And each and every one of you who is listening to us right now, if you have suffered war situation in Ukraine and you have taken migration to another country, please make Harsimran your role model. And let us now go to Heena Jain to have another perspective that she also scored more than 200 marks in the first go. And Heena, from my side, congratulations to you.
And thank you so much.
This is what we all faculty members keep working. One day, Heena or Harsimran or anyone would message us, Rajiv, I passed the exam. And passing it above 200 is absolutely a wonderful thing. Heena, may I ask you to just tell your story? Briefly introduce yourself.
So my name is Heena Jain, and I graduated in June 2023 from Smolensk State Medical University, Russia. And I cleared my FMG in first attempt with 204 marks. And it's all because of the faculty. They guided us so well. And I'm thankful to each one of them. Especially, sir, you are my role model. And two things that I learned from you is sacrifices attract blessings. And it got imprinted in my mind. And the second thing is, like, if FMGs won't help FMGs, who will? So with that purpose,
Absolutely.
yes, sir.
Well, that's what really, like the community has to really, work together, because soon we'll have, like, maybe 2 years from now, this actually differentiation of FMG and IMG is going to merge into next examination. You know it. And I'm not fond of this word actually. Foreign medical graduate. Education is anybody's democratic, right to wherever you think you can really, plan your education, you can take it. But once you clear this exam in such a glorious way, it proves that you have really learned well. If I may ask you, to your juniors who are right
Yes.
now in second year, what is your message for them?
So the second year student, they actually have this question that, when to start. So the answer would be right now. You can do it right now. Start with the preclinical subjects and, don't wait for the moment to, okay, when that situation will come, I will do it. No, you need to start right now. It is never too late. And it is also answer to someone who's asking me who's just graduated. I would say start right now. It's never too late, I think. And for them, I would like to say it's like preclinical subjects should be clear, and for them to have this belief that no matter what, even since second year, they need to believe they can study, they can clear their exams, they can graduate, they can come here and, show that they are also worthy to be practicing in India as a doctor.
Absolutely. And no doubt about that, we all are capable, and we will become wonderful doctors of future for sure. That is what. But Hina, you have said a very important thing, and I want to induct through you into every junior who is listening to us right now. So, my dear FMG students who are right now in the second year, what Hina is saying is that please take an early start. It is definitely going to pay you in the long run for sure. Guys, if your physiology from first year and pathology and pharmacology from second year are strong, your medicine cannot be weak. Please understand that. Yes, this is MP3, beta. Like M is for medicine, but what is P3? P3 is physiology, pharmacology, and pathology. Please understand, bache, because once the load comes, when you come back to India, then you say, Dr. Dhawan, I don't have time for medicine, which is genuinely right, because you cannot give 1 month to medicine actually only, because you have to revise, do 18 more subjects over there. So, but why to have this, that medicine is an optional subject? It is not. It's not an optional subject. What Hina is suggesting to all my juniors is that take an early start, make your foundation stronger, and you would definitely, please understand, if you are clear about the anatomy of GIT, abdominal anatomy, perineum, pelvis anatomy is clear, your surgery, the typical systemic surgery part, the GIT and genitourinary cannot be weaker. Please understand that, So take an early start. I would not say that psych up. No. Second year students have fun. Like you should play this like, we do understand your college, university assignments to be delivered. I know that. Exams to be, attended. I know that. You know what that you have to do. But please keep the focus on the Indian exam, because that's the final exam that will really appear. So segregate your time between three things: university obligations, learning from Indian perspective, and fun part also. The final year students who are about to come to us for December examination of 2024, no more fun now. Let us start studying. Harsimran, what is your take on this? That can we just master 12 subject and really leave 7 and go, and leave medicine and go, biochemistry I can leave and go? What is your take on that?
Sir, I would say that we cannot do that, because the examiner, we don't know his mindset. And if it's not your day, then, like if you left one subject, for example, say opthal or ENT, or 1 or 2 subjects you left, and you showed up to the exam, and the entire paper of the entire other subjects, it was easy, it was difficult, but those 2 subjects came easy, and that would have helped you, cross that 150 mark, and then you would know nothing about it. So even you can't leave that one subject. So I would never suggest that. I'd say, not master everything, not perfect everything, but at least read that much, which is very important. And that's what everybody will provide the information for, what is very important one.
Absolutely. Harsimran, let me summarize that. What you said is that we cannot leave a subject. Please understand, bache. Yes, it's 21st century. And humans have evolved from monkeys, you know it. Evolution is a continuous process. As a community, we can evolve. You know, like 6, 7 years back, one-liners were coming dominantly, and people were just doing their one-liners, factual things, and paper was not that tricky. But nowadays, paper is tricky. Paper one was okay this time, but paper two had its own bumps to really take care of. So you never know which subject might change your score from 148 to 159. Actually, you know that. So Harsimran and I think Hina also would agree with the same thing, that we cannot leave a subject better. This session is not to really, tell you that these guys are cleared. This session is to really percolate the message to all our juniors through Hina and Harsimran that this is a doable examination. What you have to do is that you have to take an early start. Okay. And Harsimran, one thing I would like to ask you, to score 233 is not an easy task. What extra ingredient, what is the special hidden secret recipe of the success in your case? What would you really say? That what worked in your case?
Sir, I'd say that number one would be consistency. You need to be consistent in your efforts. You need to pick up a good source and then you need to stick to it. Don't doubt it, first of all. Be consistent with it, study it every day, and do multiple revisions of it. Also, there should be an equal balance of solving the questions. So what I did was I kept on revising, and on the other hand, I kept on solving questions and gave the tests and everything. And apart from that one more thing which is very, very important, I'd say, is keeping a good mindset. Everybody has suffered traumas. Everybody has had, those depressing swings, and everybody has had that. But what I told myself was that I don't know what will happen on the 20th, but I do know what will happen tonight is that I will study. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Hoga nahi hoga, that's another thing. So that one session, one night before the exam, that 10 p.m. which you took, that was really, that was a backbone for us. Your words were, they were coming back in my mind. Don't lose the rope of hope. So that is very important. Your mindset is very, very important.
Absolutely, Simran, and I would vouch for that. She has summarized actually everything. Actually, I would say consistency is more important than talent. Talent, people say, my IQ is very high. I can understand biochemistry or PSM better than other people. But that's okay. You know what? That's only 10% of the game. The more important thing is, with average IQ, but with 100% dedication and consistent effort, you can do much better than those people who have got 90% better, IQ than other people. But they are lacking the consistency. They are lacking that dedicated effort every day. So my actually, that's why I never use this word motivation, because I don't think that motivation really survives beyond a day, because that is just a pep talk, and that is drained by kidney by the night. Actually, it doesn't work. What works is that discipline works, and discipline is painful, my dear friends. My dear juniors, if you're listening to me, you're coming to, December 2024 examination, please get disciplined. Please get consistently disciplined. That's most important thing. I am not that sharp as my neighbors are. That may be your doubt right now. Can I qualify the examination in the first go? Yes, you can. You can. But my humble request to all of you is, as Hina said, take an early start. As Harsimran said, do a dedicated, consistent effort every day, right from now onwards, depending on which level you are. If you're second year, you can mix it with the fun part, the picnics, and you go to some places like to roam around. That agree, no problem. But if you are a final year student, I think let's do the right thing at the right time. We had good time till fourth year. Now it's final year. Now I have got my university examination, then my maybe license examiner of the country, you have to do your CROC exam or whatever you have to give over there. You have to clear that. Along with that, this country is waiting for you with another big examination, which is doable. Harsimran, one more question to you, and then I go to Hina also. Harsimran, if I ask you, what kept you going all through this? Because Ukraine war and shifting to other things, there must be moments of lot of low. But what kept you going actually?
Sir, I'd say it was my dream. It was my dream that kept me going. It was the fact that I used to tell myself that especially during that war situation when I was at home and we didn't even know whether we would complete our degrees. So at that point, I told myself that look how far you've come. Don't stop right now. It's your dream. It's waiting for you. Just keep working. Even if you can't run, just keep crawling. That's
Wow.
what kept me going mainly. I'd say that. Yes, sir.
Wonderful. The real motivator lies within you. Because if there is something
Yes,
called
sir.
motivation on the planet, it's within you. Look within, just see your dream that, what, I am doing it in the first go. And then if you cannot run for the dream, at least crawl for the dream. And by the time you reach the country, you will be running for the dream. That's wonderful, Harsimran. Hina, your parents
Yes,
must
sir.
be proud as you're the first doctor of the family, and they would be really, really, happy to have their daughter as the first doctor, first of the family. Hina, what do you think that for a junior, is doing multiple choice question from one or the other source is important, or just doing theory and doing the grand test is sufficient?
No, sir. Questions is important, equally important. That is because we can learn the theory, but the thing is, main thing comes application of the theory. How do you use it in, coming down to a diagnosis, coming down to an answer, let's say in the 4. So for that, I think questions is necessary because firstly, we get to know the pattern of questions that has been coming over the years. And secondly, we get to know the key points, like how to put our eyes on those key points that, okay, if I see this, I can, come down to an answer. So that is something we don't get from revision and theory. That is something we get from the continuous practice of questions.
I don't have any doubt right now. The future batches would be learning from all these, shared stories a lot. Because once, you guys start guiding the juniors like this, the way you're doing it now, it shows the genuine concern you have for your juniors. And Hina has very, very rightly said, I would say, without any adulteration, that solving multiple choice question is the essential ingredient to success. Actually, please understand that it's not something optional, because you are reading beautiful physiology, you have read all the notes, but you don't know how to translate that knowledge into marks in the paper. Is not going to help. It's not a subjective theory writing competition. Actually, it's something putting your knowledge into the practice, and that practice is only coming by doing more and more questions. Because as Hina said, there you take a decision, is it A or B, not write a line about that. Now, Harsimran, yeah, totally. Harsimran, everybody says do 1 revision, 2 revision, 3 revision. What do you think that how many revisions were possible in your case of the content?
Sir, for some subjects which I thought were very important, I did maybe 3 to 4 revisions of it, maybe even 5 of some, I'd say, which I started early, the subjects. And for some, I did at least 3. I tried to complete at least 3 revisions. But I'd say, for anyone who's listening to me, I'd say that quantity ke FOMO mein nahi rehna chahiye. I'd say that, at least focus more on the quality. Like you can do 5 revisions, 10 revisions of something, and then even that, then not know things. So I'd say that focus on the quality, and make an active recall of the things that you're reading. Have I read something like this in any other subject? Have I read this word before? Something like that. Make an active recall of it.
True. Harsimran, you said that 3 revision are mandatory for every subject, and that's only possible. But Hina is saying that take an early start, do some part there. When you come back over here, you already done something, and you get your time to really make the things happen. And the 3 revisions, actually, I would say the 3rd revision start changing the game, because till 2nd revision, you would have felt, Hina and Harsimran, I think that पढ़ा तो है, लेकिन सर याद तो नहीं, भूल तो रहे अभी भी सर. 3rd revision में थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ता है कि यार बात हो रही है. So
yes sir.
अब याद आ रहा है. ऊपर से हिना ने बोला क्वेश्चन करेंगे. क्वेश्चन इज इनडायरेक्ट रिवीजन ऑफ द इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट ऑफ द नोट्स आल्सो. ओके. So Harsimran and Hina, I am really, really proud of your success, and through you, what hope you're instilling into your juniors is absolutely commendable. Keep doing this with whosoever comes in your contact in your universities and beyond that too, and particularly those people who are affected by Ukraine. Please listen to Harsimran's story, and get that dream fixed in your head, that if one person can do, at least you can try to do. We deserve to do that. Okay. So thank you, Hina. Thank you, Harsimran. And once again, congratulations to both of you. And we'll be definitely, coming back to you for the future plans you have, maybe NEET PG and INICT. Why not? My utmost, prayer for both of you. May you become the wonderful doctors, and may you be known for the, wonderful practice you do in your profession.
Before we stop it, sir, I would actually like to thank you so much that you gave us this opportunity to interact. And you had sent me a birthday message on Telegram wishing that take a day off, and I cried that day. I look up to you so much.